Joshua 23:10. It says, 1 man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God is he who fights for you, as he promised you. 1 man shall change the thousands or whatever to fight, because God is the one fighting for you. And the intention that is put into here, in whatever you are, like what is put into David's mind or anybody's mind, the confidence or what was put in Samson's mind, where he was murdering the 1,000 Philistines with one jawbone, all the stories, wild story in the Christian side. God advised him to fight in that manner. I mean, if God, why is it necessary for you even to go, one person to go after 1,000, chains after 1,000 people? Or why should this measure, is it necessary for Gideon to run after 5,000 people with 300 men? Why was it necessary? God should have done it without them going after the person in the first place. But the idea here is to making you think that, at the end of the day, God is doing the fight. But it's necessary that you have to do the effort of going to fight the people. But do you need that kind of... There's a storyline giving you an idea that even though you are asked to do that, always think that God is the one who is doing the thing, not you. You go and kill and you did something. God gave you advice. He gave you the strategy and make you won the war and all that. And don't think that it is necessarily you who did that. That's the approach of some of the things the Bible had to, how the Bible presents it. And so you see, the battle will go on. And when you win, give victory to who? God, for he has made that. Now, in so many sense, it is also ordering or giving permission for them to fight, for them to defend themselves, for them to do that. Similar to what is done in the Quran. Let me look at First Samuel. Where's First Samuel 25. Let me see like what that one also says. And you see that there's a lot of it. Even if the Bible won't come straight forward, there are other places where it tells you to go straight forward. About 25. Samuel 25:28. It says here, please forgive the trespass of your maidservant, for the Lord will certainly make for my Lord an enduring house, because my Lord fights the battles of the Lord, and evil is not found in you throughout your days. This is the point I sort of draw to. This is what I expect. The idea at the end of the day is God who is supposed to fight, to present you as you being the one to go fighting. It shouldn't be the case. You don't need to go. What strength do you have to fight that enemy? And how would you even judge to condemn to know that this is your enemy? Because the same, even the Bible advises you that the enemy, what right do you have, or with what judgment, with what basis are you going to end up judging your enemy? In Matthew 7. If you read Matthew 7, it says, and with what basis are you going to stand on to judge that person? That he's your enemy, or he's that, or he's wrong, or he's a sinner. How are you going to do that? You don't have the insight to do it. You haven't got that ability to do that. So how do you do it? So you don't even have to do that. And so the Bible will not tell you somehow point. If he tells you again in any way to fight with even lesser people, or sometimes he tells you to go and defend yourself, you then have to think twice about it. That the errors are there, but even if there are good statements, they are mixing together with certain bad statements, and that makes it entirely, a mistake. First Samuel 4:9. First Samuel 4. First Samuel 4. First Samuel 4, 9. Verse 9. Let me read that also and see what it says there. There are lots of it to find, but at least we've been reading good. Some sort of the idea that I'm trying to say has been, most of it has been pointed in the Bible, but not directly, not straightforward as it's meant to. So because there are other sides that there is an encouragement for them to defend and fight. The Jewish people spend their life fighting and defending them so many times, and even they still do. It's all coming from the counseling they get from here. They don't even need to do that. It is God's work. It's God's place to do that, not their place to do that. So even though we're having a few statements which coming up that way, don't be too excited thinking that no, Christianity there's nothing good entirely advice coming out of it. This has been said here. The book has got both sides. Maybe with the Quran there is a straightforward deal here, but with the Bible it's got both statements, encouraging it and also giving you assurance that you have to let God do the work. So you are caught in between. Which is which? Do I have to let God do it, or I have to do it myself? And God enabling me to do it. But God doesn't have to hold you to do anything. He doesn't have to put you into that situation where He's going to neglect you at the end of the day because of His own set of laws, which tells you from the commandments not to be doing certain things, or from the gospel, whichever way, and put you in that situation, and then He's not going to be there. And words like, "Why have you forsaken me? Because you advised me to do it, and now you're forsaking me," will come into place or come into your mind. Because if He's going to lead you through that angle, then He has to be there with you all through to the end. So that if the people revolt or stand against you for what happened, then He's always there to be with you. That's the thing. That's going to leave you along the way. Then there's no point to misleading you to even do anything like that. 9 says, "Be strong and conduct yourselves like men, you Philistines, that you do not become servants of the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Conduct yourself like men and fight." You understand? This is advice to the Philistines, for them to fight the Hebrews, not to become like them. Now, I don't know why. And the word of Samuel came to all Israel. Now Israel went out to battle against the Philistines and encamped beside Benazar. And the Philistines encamped. This is the whole. I'm trying to read through the chapter 4 to see the idea of why it was said so. And this is the Jews fighting the Philistines. And the Philistines encamped in Ephah. Then the Philistines put themselves in battle array against Israel. And when they joined battle, Israel was defeated by the Philistines, who killed about 4,000 men of the army in the field. And when the people had come into the camp, the elders of Israel said, "Why has the Lord defeated us today before the Philistines? Why has the Lord defeated us, has left us? Let us bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord from Shiloh to us." The ark is something which contains "thou shalt not kill." Now they are suggesting that maybe the ark is not there, so they should bring the ark to another location, and maybe that will help. They are not even considering the loss of the ark. And he defeated today before the Philistines. Let us bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord from Shiloh to us, that when it comes among us enemies, when it comes among us, it may save us from the hand of our enemies. So the people sent to Shiloh, that they might bring from there the ark of the covenant of the Lord of hosts, who dwells between the cherubim. And the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were there with the ark of the covenant of God. And when the ark of the covenant of the Lord came into the camp, all Israel shouted